one night that we live tonight. Let's ride till we're out of sight. So far, so they never fade down our halo.
What is going on, guys? You got Tone here bringing you my IBL Season 3 Week 9 battle. This week we are up against Ryan and his Liverpool Linoones in a division rematch from Week 1 where we came away with a 3-0 win. We are coming off of a 2-0 loss to Brackets in the Tottenham Esper, so we are currently coming into this battle at 5-3. Ryan is coming in at 3-5, so he has a little bit of catching up to do in our division, but we're still sitting pretty in ours. So there are some slight differences to our teams from the first time we fought way back in week number 1. Last time we battled each other, he had Thunderous and Claydol. He has since dropped both of those Pokemon. Now he has both Diggersby and Shaman. And of course, I didn't have Nidoqueen, Starmie, and whatnot. I still had it Powdon. So the team structure is pretty much the same from what I brought week 1. With the exception of I have Nidoqueen as my Stealth Rocker. Ferrothorn's still the same with the Yaka Berry set for the Arcanine. Thunderous Therian is still Choice Scarf because his only ground electric immunity is the Diggersby. As you see, he did not bring Diggersby, so I can still freely Volt Switch all over his entire team. Meloetta is still Assault Vest. Scolipede is Protect 3 attacks with Ground DMZ, and Clefable is a more tanky set with Calm Mind, Moonblast, Soft Boiled, and Knockoff. So as you see, the team he brought Alakazam, Arcanine, Shaman, Tapu Fini, Aerodactyl, and Greninja. He brought most of the team that he brought from the first time we battled. The only exception to this time, last time he had Thunderous Eye and Claydol. This time he brought Shaman as a electric resist, I guess, and whatnot. And he brought Alakazam this time. Alakazam can put in some work against my team, considering it has a wider variety of move coverage and whatnot. So for me, my strategy is still pretty much the same as the last time. I'm going to lead off with my Thunderous and just click Volt Switch because Thunderous T is still Choice Scarf from the last time. So I'm going to lead off with Thunderous. He's going to lead off with the Alakazam. I'm figuring, okay, I'm Choice Scarf, I'm faster, I can clearly do some damage to this Alakazam here. Fire off a free Volt Switch, get some chip. But he's going faster, he goes for Psychic, so he's Choice Scarf Alakazam. So that's one way to counteract my Scarf Thunderous T, bring a faster Scarfer. So I take a crap ton of damage from the Psychic here, and I get the Volt Switch out into my Meloetta. I know he's Scarf because he's faster than me, and that damage confirms to me that he is modest Choice Scarf, not timid. So he's going to go on to a Shaman here. I'm going to fire off a U-turn. Excuse me, as I have absolutely no reason to stay in. I know he's Choice Lock, I know he was forced to switch. And I'm going to go on to my Scolipede because Scolipede actually puts in a ton of work in this battle. Like, just looking at the team he brought, if I'm able to somehow get up rocks and get rid of that Aerodactyl, Scolipede puts in work. He's forced out by the fear of the Poison Jab here. He's going to go hard into his Arcanine here. He gets the Intimidate, drops my attack. I still going to fire off a Poison Jab here. And as you see by the damage, it still does a good chunk. The last time we fought, he did bring offensive Arcanine, and that damage output was pretty much the same. So now I'm going to pop off the Ground DMZ. Just show him I had it. Just get off the nice animation with the Tectonic Rage. And considering he was offensive, and even though I was -1 attack, it's because he was offensive Arcanine, Tectonic Rage still has a good shot to take out the Arcanine. And I didn't want to waste the opportunity not to just pop off the Ground DMZ. So, flip the Tectonic Rage off, and down goes the Arcanine. So, that is great for me. So, one threat's out of the way. Nonetheless, I am still -1 attack, and he gets a free switch out into his Aerodactyl. And my Aerodactyl switch-ins for this team is kind of limited, simply because Nidoqueen doesn't want to take an Earthquake. So I go into my Ferrothorn here initially just to take the Stone Edge here. And then I'm like, if he's Fire Fang, he's Fire Fang. I can't stop him. I'm going to fire off a Gyro Ball here. As he does reveal the Fire Fang, I was Aqua Berry, but he was unnerved, so I can't eat the Aqua Berry. And down goes my Ferrothorn here. But I do get off some Iron Barbs damage, and he's forced to take some more Life Orb recoil. So Ferrothorn drops to the Aerodactyl here. But what this does allow me to do, go right back into my Thundurus, and I'm going to click Volt Switch and go right back out into my Scolipede. Because Scolipede, like I said, puts a tremendous amount of work against his team in this battle. He goes out into his Shaman here. I'm just going to fire off a Volt Switch. One thing to know about my Scolipede, my Thundurus set is I did change one move. It's not Dark Pulse anymore. It is Sludge Wave for the Shaman. But I'm going to Volt Switch regardless into my Scolipede. Reveals these leftovers. And I'm just going to fire off a Poison Jab. I don't care if he goes out into Aerodactyl. I didn't have Rock Slide anyway, so I'm going to fire off the Poison Jab here, and it's not going to kill. He's going to fire off a Leech Seed. Does connect, so it's going to wear down my Scolipede just a bit, but at the same time, he doesn't really have much of a poison switch in other than that Aerodactyl. But if he goes Aerodactyl, I know I'm forced to sack off something else at this point in time. And it was basically down to between my Nidoqueen and my Clefable. But I'm going to fire off a Poison Jab again if he decides to just stay in and sack off the Shaman. So that's nice for me. One other threat down for the rest of my team. So, and I figure he did that because he wants that free switch back into Aerodactyl, which is what he does right here. And basically, it's a rinse and repeat process here. I need to find a switch-in for Aerodactyl, and that switch-in this time just so happens to be Clefable. And the reason why I went Clefable over Nidoqueen was because my Nidoqueen is meant to outspeed his Tapu Fini. I'll divest his Tapu Fini so I can hit it up with a T-Bolt and weaken it for my Scolipede. Clefable didn't really have much of a chance to set up Calm Minds because he could have been Psyshock Alakazam, but he wasn't. Greninja could have had Gunk Shot, and Tapu Fini itself could have been Calm Mind. So I decided to stack off Clefable here as opposed to Nidoqueen. But again, rinse and repeat, back out comes the Thundurus, and the free Volt Switch is incoming. He knows he needs Aerodactyl for my Scolipede, so he's going to go out into Tapu Fini, which is going to take a crap ton of damage from a modest max special attack Volt Switch coming off from a Thundurus Theory as he sets up the Mystery Surge. And that Volt Switch does about 65-70%, as I'm going to go right into my Scolipede one more time. It's kind of a rinse and repeat process at this point, like I said before. But as long as it allows me to keep the pressure on his team, the Volt Switch, the Volt Turn strategy is working to perfection. Fire off a Poison Jab, and this Tapu Fini is going to drop. So that's 3 kills for the Scolipede in this battle. So now I got my speed boost here, and now he's going to go out into his Scarf Alakazam. He knows Scarf Alakazam outspeeds +1 Scolipede, but I'm going to Shoulder Protect. He figured because last week I didn't bring Protect, and that's going to come back to bite me. But I had Protect this time. I learned my lesson. So now I'm at +2 speed. I know he's modest Scarf, so there's no way in hell he's going to outspeed me still. So he's forced to switch, and he's going to make the aggressive switch out into the Aerodactyl here, as I'm going to fire off a Poison Jab. So whatever damage I get up when it's Aerodactyl is super nice here. That's some clean damage. I don't get the poison here. If I got the poison, I would have definitely went for Poison Jab again, but I couldn't risk the roll. So I decided to go for Mega Horn here. Risk not me missing, but I do connect, and the Aerodactyl is going to drop. So immense threat gone as Mystery Surge disappears. All I need to do is hit one more Mega Horn on this Greninja and pray it's not Choice Scarf. And Scolipede just would have picked up 6 kills. And literally would have picked up all 6 kills in this battle here. I go for Mega Horn and I connect. If he's not Sash, we win. He wasn't Sash. We are going to win this battle 4-0 on the back of Scolipede picking up 6 kills in this battle. Scolipede is an absolute menace in Draft League format, as we're just going to finish off the Alakazam here with the Poison Jab. So that is good game to Ryan and the Liverpool Linoones. We are going to take a 4-0 win on the back of Scolipede, putting in the work, applying that immense pressure on his team. The Volturn strategy worked to perfection. I didn't get up rocks like I wanted to, but considering how the battle flowed throughout, and sorry about that. Considering how the battle flowed from from the start to finish, it worked out very, very well in my favor. And the nice thing about this battle is that there was absolutely no hacks whatsoever during this battle. Everything was crisp, it was clean, and as straightforward as any match I've probably played in my entire competitive battling history. So nonetheless, we are now 6-3 on the season with a plus 12 differential, I want to say. And we are inching closer and closer to my very first division title in Draft League format. All we need to do is win our Week 10 battle against Jonah, aka Isolate, and the Bulk Strike Bisharps, and we at least clinch a playoff spot, and then the last 2 weeks will determine whether or not we are division champions or not. But I hope you guys enjoyed Scolipede putting in work. If you guys did enjoy the battle, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you guys are new to the channel, so oh man, my voice is so strained right now. I am going to get the heck out of here. I need some sleep. But until the next time, guys, my name is Anthony, aka Tone, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the flip side. Later.